Hey there, how's it going? Quickly want to give an update on my options and what's going on with both my accounts. Actually, I think I'm going to be able to show them both here to you. Real quick here, that's where I'm sitting currently in my Robinhood account. Made some slight changes. Let's go over those real quick here. We'll start with my options. So this is Teva. This expires on today. So basically, I was going to roll it over, but they seem to like charge you too much to close out your simple options. It'll charge me way more in a cent. So Teva wasn't up. If Teva was up, I probably would have rolled over, but Teva's down. So kind of wait for it to bounce back up, and it closes today. So I'll probably resell that early next week, either a 1 week or 2 week options. This again is a poor man's covered call. So this is my sell half of my option. My anchor half, we'll show you here in a second here. But this one expires five positions of that covered call, and expires here today, which is the 9th of April 2021. KMI, this one expires next week. Hopefully, it's Kinder Morgan stays below the $17 call mark, and I could resell that again here in the next week or so. See, this is basically what I do. If you haven't, I've talked about this, but what I do is for dividend stocks, I own the stocks. For non-dividend stocks, I own the poor man's covered call, all except one stock. And so Kinder Morgan is obviously a very good dividend stock, and so I own 3 positions here in my Robin account. Pfizer, this one again expires on 4/16, which is next Friday. And I have the $37 call I sold originally. I may have rolled that over since we talked to you last. I don't remember, to be honest with you. Vodafone, I still have 3 positions of Vodafone in my portfolio here in Robinhood, and this is the $19.50 call I sold. This is the current value of them. So basically, when they're about ready to expire, getting near expired, if they're not near the strike price, the value will obviously be getting down there. And this one dropped again. Main Street, this one I'm worried about. This one closes next Friday. It's at 41.42, and yeah, I'm worried about rolling this over. I think I'm gonna have to spend some money, I think, to roll this over to the next strike price is $45. So this happens when you start playing with options and doing stuff around the strike price, and so I will probably have to spend some money to get it to $45, most likely, unless it drops next week. And again, if you're watching this and you're looking at a small screen, just hit full screen. It should fill your tablet or your phone up, rather than looking at that little screen. ET, I just sold this today, actually. I think I got, this is for next Friday, and it's around $8 right now. And it was around $8.12 or $8.15 when I sold it, $8.12, $8.15. And I think I got 7 cents per position, and I have 5 here and 5 of my Charles Schwab. So pick up a quick little $70, kind of nice. Just stick that right back into my portfolio and buy some more stocks. Rocket. A Rocket is one I rolled over this week, actually, and I think I got 40 cents more per position. I have 3 positions here. I actually have 5 positions now. I had 4. I actually have 5 positions now for Rocket. I exited out of UNG, which is an ETF, and I got out of that. Just wasn't moving, wasn't going the way I thought it would go, and I wasn't able to sell cover calls on it because I didn't really like the price it was at, and so I just got out of it, knowing I would probably make a difference up in 1 week of my Rocket mortgage here. So I have 5 positions now, Rocket Mortgage, and this is my 423 call, which I just rolled over for an extra $120 for those 3 positions, so $40 each. Coca-Cola, this one expires at 423. I think I rolled over to this, actually, to the $54 because my 53 was going to be met, and I added 2 more weeks, I believe, maybe longer. I believe 2 weeks, but Coke's now at 53.04, and this expires 4/23. Rocket Mortgage. So this is what happens. So this is my new Rocket Mortgage position. This is what I did today. And so when you just buy your poor man's covered call, but what you want to do, just make it, well, you can do it a lot of different ways. But what I do is I buy the 418, you see at the top there, and I sell the 423 at the same time, and you pay the difference in the spread. So you pay the difference in that. So I basically line my dates up with my other ones I have, and so and that's what I paid, $2.80 a share, roughly. $287. I might have paid a few dollars more than that, but I did it earlier today, so that's roughly what I paid. And so basically $287 for that position. And I own, go down here, I can see it here. So there's 4. So basically once you roll this over, it will break this up, and it won't have a 423, it's 418. You'll just have, they'll just be looped together with the other ones and say expires on this date and this date. But because it's a spread and it hasn't been rolled over at all, it's linked together. And so, and you can see here I own 4 of the 423 for April 23rd, 4 cells at $22.39. They're worth currently $1.13, and I own 5 of the 618 buys at $19.89. And so, and I own actually one more. It's kind of weird, it's not showing there. I do own one more, expires in May. I rolled that for some reason because I bought them at different times. The rollouts were different, and the prices were different. So that's why it's not linked with the other position. But it will show it here in a sec. Marathon Oil, I think I rolled this since I talked to you last position. But right now it's a 423. It's worth 15 cents or $15 per position, 15 cents per share. So that's how it works. When I say 15 cents, that's per stock. When I say $15, it's per position. I mean, you can tell by the 0.15. If it had a dollar amount on the other side, it would be worth that many dollars per share. But so this is worth 15 cents per stock or $15 per position, which is 100 shares. GSK. I own 2 positions. This is a dividend stock, and I rolled this over to the 430 call, and I obviously collected some premium. Now I think I did that right before my last video. Not positive, to be honest with you. Medical properties. I own 2 positions. This is a monthly option. I rolled this to the 521. And I don't remember exactly how much I collected, but this is the current value of the option. This is AM Midstream Company. This is the 521. I have 2 sales that were 10 cents each at this time on the 9th of April. If it gets down to a nickel, I will probably close it out. BGS, I rolled this over last time before we talked on the last video. It's still the same. BGS, the values dropped. So BGS went down. It's at 29.44. BGS moves a lot up and down. It's actually a pretty good cover call stock, but it's a monthly option stock, which makes it a little more difficult to maneuver around. MRO, this is my buy, I believe, of my Marathon Oil. Yeah, I just have one. And again, this is just kind of testing this one out to see if this is something I want to spend money in and buy more positions. Here is my other Rocket Mortgage call. So this is my other one, my other sell at $23. And I'm going to try to roll this over to, it expires at 521. So I want this to expire as soon as possible. So I'm going to try to roll this over to like a week or 2 earlier. For each week, I can usually collect $40 to $60 in Rocket Mortgage and premium. So I wanted this to expire. So I'm going to try to roll that over. Maybe I'll do that today since Rocket Mortgage looks like it's dropped today. So I'll try to do that maybe after we're done with this video. This one I'm still way behind on. MetLife. This doesn't expire until June. I think there's not a lot of months to roll it to, is why I was not able to. But when you get this far behind, it's really hard to roll over it for extra premium. It's because you're so far behind that there is dollar for dollar value in the position, because the stock is worth $61.67, and so yeah, it gets very difficult to roll. If the stock pulls back, I might have some luck. It expires 6/18. This happens when stocks run up a lot, in a short amount of time, and you're selling options. Well, you lost out on that deal. You're better off just rolling the stock. And that happens quite often. It's happened quite often in the last year, because all these value stocks have pretty much doubled, if not more. Rocket, here's my 5 positions now of Rocket. It says 4, but because the other one's in a contract together. But I have 5 positions at 1989. Its value, and this is what I own. This is my anchor position, and it's valued at $4. Here's my Teva 5 position calls. Teva's down this week, actually down in the last 2 weeks. These are my 5, so I'll be able to hopefully roll this over for $12 strike price next week, and collect premium on those 5 positions. And again, this is my 6/18 buy position. EPD, I own 3 positions, I believe. I rolled this out as well at the 21. Value of EPD is 21.87. This expires 6/18. I think I tried to roll this week, and the gaps and the time frames just don't line up right now. Gotta wait another week or 2. HBAN. This is I rolled this to this is why HBN is. See, what happens is this expires 7/16. I've done this before. So HBAN, I have the $18 call, and it's worth 6/18, and it's at 7/16 is my strike date, or my expiration date. So if I try to roll this backwards to the 17, and I could do that. I could roll this to the 17, and it would change it to like maybe into May, early June, and get the $17 strike price. But almost every time I do that, the stock runs up, and I'm trying to sell it again. I usually end up farther behind than I was at a lower strike price at a closer date. So I'm just going to let it expire if it does. So 7/16 at the $18 strike price for HBAN. Here's my 20 positions of Nokia. I did sell this today, actually, I believe. No, I didn't. I have a buy order in for it. Nokia went up today. I tried to sell my 20 positions and just collect 63 cents each, which is $60. This side is 7/16. Nokia is going up recently, and so that's nice. And so if that continues to happen, I should be able to sell them next week if it continues to drop. Usually when Nokia does, though, it goes up and then it goes down later in the day. Usually happens almost every day. Intel, here's my 1 position. I'm pretty far behind on it. This one expires 8/20. It's a $65 call strike price. It's worth 68.20 is the current price of Intel. I'm going to try to roll this over hopefully next week. But when it's going up like that, it's not easy to. You get too far out of the money, it gets difficult. But I'll see if I can find a way out of it. Regional Finance, still have my 1 position here. Regional Finance, I tried to roll this over, actually. I think I talked about that last time. And it's just the timing and the spacing of the calls are just not in the right spot. And then HPE, it's worth $15.74 at the $16 call at April 20th. And EVRI, this is the one non-dividend stock I do hold. It's because my cost is like $5 on this, so I just didn't want to sell it and pay those capital gains. But we'll see what happens at the end of the year probably. But I have the 9/17, and I roll this over when possible to collect more premium, obviously. KeyBank 9/17, and yeah, I have a $20 call. KeyBank's currently at 20.58. MFC, I have the $22 call. MMC's at 21.52. These ones that are 6 months out like this, 9/17, I rolled over to them from a closer date, just because the stocks ran up. I'm trying to keep my stocks and keep my gains, and I don't want the stocks to be taken away at expiration date of the call. Ulterior Group, this is one I need to roll over. I tried again this week. Just the spacing isn't right. So again, I'm going to try again probably next week. See if I can roll this over to the $50 strike price at a farther date. This is 9/17 on this. I have 3 positions. HBQ, I have 1 position. I have a $31 strike price at 11/19 November, and HBQ is at 32.82. FHN, I have 2 positions. FHN is at 17.28. The call is at $17 on 11/19/2021, and so I rolled over to this obviously. MFC, now there's Cisco. Here's the Cisco call. Cisco's at 52.02, and I have the 47.50 call, and I went all the way to the end of the year to catch up. Cisco ran up that much, and so yeah, probably someone. Note to self: when good stocks are on special, don't sell covered calls on them once you buy them. Just hold them for a while, let them go back to where they should be, and then sell covered calls. But you live and you learn, and hopefully I'll get a chance to roll over again and get closer to Cisco strike price. But right now I don't have anything farther than 1/21 of 2022 is the farthest all my rollers are, except for my other account. I might show you that. WBA, Watkins Boost Alliance. I just have 1 position. It's at 54.16. My strike price here is at 52.50, and this expires 1/21 at 22. And Viacom, this Viacom's coming back down again. Viacom's at $42, down from 100, and I've owned it since it was around 17. This expires next year at January 21st. 2022, and it's almost at the same strike prices as that that the stock is at 42.04. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all my calls. All right, guys, I think that's it for this video. I'll try to add my other portfolio next time. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.